Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Viviana and I am now 8 weeks post show, and I have been sharing with you all of my check-ins, my updates, and everything going on throughout my prep and now my post show. So here we go. Okay everybody, so I am back from the gym. I did my training and cardio, and now I'm about to take my progress pictures. So I usually come back from the gym and then I'll shower, change to my suit, take my progress pictures and my measurements. I get my weight every day and measurements every week. Progress pictures every week and check-in is every week. So right now at the moment, my check-ins are on Tuesdays, so I'm about to do all of that and then send it to my coach to see if there's any changes for this coming week.
Baila, mi corazón, ven y mueve tu cuerpo al son. Las luces brillan, la fiesta empieza, el reggaetón nos enloquece. Dame la mano, vamos a bailar. Siente el ritmo, déjate llevar. Importa el lugar, importa el momento.
Hi Viviana, happy New Year. Feels like the beginning of the year, right? Like I feel like this is the first week of the new year. I know it's technically the second week. You're done moving, man. We're going to be moving soon, so I'm definitely a little nervous for that. Weight is coming down. Things are going as planned. We're still at the 124 mark. I feel like we probably hold here for one more week, though it is 2 weeks in a row in the 124 range. But your hunger is quite low. Our cardio is still just very manageable at 30 minutes. And calorie wise, historically, this is a very good spot for you to be. I say we just hold here for just a touch longer because we're still up a little bit. But if we continue to hold steady here, then I'm gonna suggest we make a change in the weeks ahead. The goal as a coach for me is to always put your metabolism in a position to be performing better, meaning you're eating more food while we are, keeping your body fat in check and growing, controlling your hunger, and just making sure your routine is in a good place. And I think this is the best we've ever done of that. It doesn't mean we can't do better, right? It doesn't mean we can't put your calories in a better position. So we'll hold here for one more week, but another great week like this, We're going to be getting her calories closer to the mark. So well done. Well done. Thanks, Viviana.
Okay, everybody, good morning. It is Friday and it was actually a rest day for me. It's a rest day, so I got up at the same time. But I did go for a little walk on the treadmill. And then since I have a little bit of time, I'm going to try to share with you how I make my pancakes when I do them individually. Depending how long you've been following me, you know that either I do them individual serving, or I actually do a whole sheet of them and then just put them in the oven. So when I do them individually, that's because I already know that I probably will have some time that week during work. If I already know that I'm scheduled for meetings and things that I know they're gonna require additional work, then it's always either I prepare them on my Sunday when I do my meal prep, or I'll do the whole sheet of protein pancakes. So it depends on my week, but this week I've been doing them individually and I only did for 4 days. And so today I'm going to be making my pancake individually, and I'm going to try to see if I can share with you how I do it. So I only use three ingredients, which is my protein powder. Of course, it depends on the kind of protein that you use, that the calories, right, the macros, and then also how the pancake turns out, right? I've been using this one. I use different ones, but this has been the best one that has worked for me as far as the pancake, the way it comes out. Then I use a little bit of baking powder and water. That's it. Depends on my calories and how I am, whether it is that I'm in prep or maintenance. I will also add almond milk to as my liquid, or I sometimes will use the eggs instead of the protein. So it really depends, but this one's just going to be the powder, the baking powder, and water. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you what I take in my bag, my lunch bag. So years ago, I had, those big bags for when you're on prep, you take all your meals, right? Which they're great, and I still have them. But now I have a smaller bag, and so I actually get a chance to have my first meal here and only my second meal at work. Then my third and my fourth meal, I have them at home now. So I don't need to have, a bigger bag, but I do carry things just in case or for emergencies. So I'll have like my lunch, what I plan to have for the day. And then I also take things like protein sources. These are boiled eggs. And then, of course, a shake and bars. So this is what I'm taking in my bag today. It changes, it varies, but not that much. I just want to make sure that, I have prepared in case I need a meal, I get hungry, I have options, and that I don't, go and end up buying fast food or eating whatever is available at that time when I get hungry. So it's a great idea to not only pack your lunch, but take some things that are high in protein with you in case you need it, and you're able to have something to eat if you were to get hungry. Okay, everybody, so this is my 9th week post-show update, and I actually started my introduction with the wrong post-show weeks, and that's just because I forgot. But this is my 9th week post-show update. And so I had mentioned to you that I was going to try to add my meals so that you all have an idea of what I'm eating, since some of you requested that. Now, I'm going to go over that real quick because, like I said previously, I don't always have like the actual videos when I'm prepping the food, but I did try to put as much as I could for this past week's meal prep. So what I do every week is once a week I get groceries delivered. And so basically, depending on what we decide the menu for the week, that is what I order from the grocery store so that it could be delivered. Now, for me, it saves time, it saves money, and I just get everything at once. Now, there is some items that are my favorites or foods that I either have to go get because it's just 1 or 2 items, like my popcorn at Whole Foods, and certain things that not all groceries have all the foods, right? So that's what I do, but the majority of it gets delivered of whatever it is that I'm planning to have. A lot of the times it's repetition, it's almost the same foods, but once in a while we change it, right? So this week we did have a chili, a turkey chili, and I had done that years ago, I think, at least a year ago, but not recently. So I am going to put on the link of the description how I've done it, how I've done before, so that if you want the recipe and you want to try to do this. But basically what I do is to make it with less calories or leaner, I will do it with turkey, but you could also do it with beef or any kind of protein. And then the same thing for the beans. If you want to make your beans from scratch and boil them, and that's great too. I use canned beans, and so it's up to you, but it's just a lot simpler if I just get the canned beans, the vegetables and things like that are ready, so we can just put them in there. So one of the meals was the turkey chili. And then for breakfast, I've had this, I don't know for how long already, but I've had protein oats or protein pancakes or both. So because I do macros, I can kind of play around with my food. So there's times where I have both. I make my protein pancakes and a side of oats, or there's been times that I only do protein oats, right? And I'll just have my protein intake for that meal in my serving size of those oats. So it varies, but I did get to share with you when I do my individual pancakes, how I do them with those 3 simple ingredients. Obviously, you guys probably have seen there's so many recipes of protein pancakes. That for me is just very simple, and it has worked out for me. And again, it all depends on you. If you are, kind of checking how much of your macros for that meal, well, then you can have pancakes and also oats, or you could just have the pancakes or just the oats, as long as it provides the protein source for that meal, the carbs, the fats, if that's what you want to do. But same thing, I will add the pancake recipe and the oats. I think I put it last week, but I'll also put it on here. And then for the other meals that I had throughout the week was also salmon. So salmon, we put them in the air fryer, and you can get those already individual, but for me to make sure that I'm following my macros, I will weigh my food. And then the sides. So we did asparagus, we did broccoli, we did rice, and then throughout the week, if we ran out of asparagus or broccoli, then we kind of switched it, or we did both. But you got to see that as well. And then the other thing we did was the chicken. Chicken, I almost do it every week. Last week I showed you the way I shred my chicken and, you know, leave it in the Instant Pot to cook so that it's ready, and then just kind of like separate it for the different meals. And what's good with the chicken, not that you can't do this with other protein sources, but for me, the chicken, I use it for tacos, I use it for my tostadas, I use it just to have it with, you know, vegetables, just different things that you can do with chicken. And so we used it again this week once, I think, but it is a lot easier if you use either your air fryer or your Instant Pot or your slow cooker, so that you get it all done at once, and then you don't have to worry about it during the week because it's ready for you, whether it is for your meals for work or when you get home from work, that it's already done and ready for you. And then the other thing that I always have is the protein ice cream. So that is the Ninja Creamy, and those I have it in case I get, you know, like I feel like eating ice cream, and if I need to change my macros at the end of the day, sometimes, you know, my husband feels like eating ice cream and he'll get his ice cream, and then I know that I have mine in the freezer. So instead of having, you know, my last meal that I had, I will choose that as my protein source, put it in my Ninja Creamy, and then that'll be my ice cream and my last meal. So I also have that in my fridge, and I prepare that again just so that if I have like wanting to eat ice cream, I have that available for me. And then I also want to share with you that there is many ways to meal prep, right? But I've found very easy just to either purchase, you know, get your proteins already cooked and ready for you, or bake them, cook them, have them ready in bulk, right? In a big amount so that they're ready for you throughout the week. So again, it depends on your menu and what you enjoy eating that you can have for that week. But for me, for example, at Sam's, they have like big quantity of foods where I get like the boiled eggs already cooked and ready to eat, right? And then they have the chicken that is baked, roasted. They have them, you know, different types of chicken, but they're already ready to eat. And then of course, for the sides, you can either have the bags of the steamed vegetables. You can have like ready to eat salads that they already come washed and, you know, packed, where you can just weigh them or separate them individually for your meals. And then of course, like your rice, they also sell them. If you want to do a big quantity, you could also just buy them by the cup, where you could just microwave your portion and that's it. So there are a lot of different ways where you can have, you know, your meals done easier, faster, if you don't want to spend too much time in the kitchen. Obviously, if you are a competitor, you want to make sure that you try to be as accurate as possible with your macros. But if this is somebody that is a lifestyle and just trying to be healthy and trying to find ways on how you can, you know, meal prep and ideas on what you can do to be successful, those are the best way to do it. And then when it comes to your fats, avocado, peanut butter, any type of nuts, you can take with you anywhere. And so those are easy ways to kind of put your meals together so that you have them ready for your week, for the evening when you get back home from work. And like I said, I'm going to be putting the links of the different things that I did this week, so that if you want the recipes or ideas on how to meal prep, I will put that on my description. Now, you also saw that this week I checked in, and I've been staying at 124 pounds. So first it was fluctuating, my cycle, and then the holidays, and but then I've been at 124. But in all honesty, I feel that I'm doing great as far as post-show. It's already been 9 weeks, and I've only gained about 6 pounds from stage. And so I don't feel, in any way that it's not working out or anything like that. I have the energy. I'm not really hungry. My training is going really well. And so I get my cycle. Again, it's never stopped. So those are kind of things that you look at when you are post-show, that you get your hormones regulated, that your energy is back, that you feel good. So none of that is going on with me. I am doing great. So what we're trying to do is add food, but at the same time maintain, just because when and if we want to do a show, we don't want to bring down the weight or the fat so much that it's going to take us longer to do so. And so there is, or at least for me, there is no need for me to eat on a very high surplus. Like I said, I'm training well with the food that I'm eating. I don't feel weak. I have energy. Everything is going really well. So there is no need for me to be in a higher calorie. We want to try to bring our calories as high as possible, but we also don't want to bring them up so fast, or we don't want to bring our body fat too high either, to the point where it's going to be difficult to bring it down when we prep for the next show. And so those are just kind of things that are going on. Now I will start a new training block, which I'm super excited about, this coming week. And then I told you guys that for New Year, I'll also be starting a challenge. So I am super excited about that too. I am going to share with you on my next video my before pictures, my training, what I'm doing, and then of course my update. Hopefully I will continue to share with you my recipes and my meal prep, so that those can help you get some ideas. But I think that is it for this week. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.